Welcome to After the Flag from a rather chilly Phillip Island, where despite the championship being wrapped up in Japan last time out, we did still of course have second place in the championship to fight for. Plus Marc Marquez wanted to show everyone why he is the world champion. Now, if you didn't hear about qualifying, basically Lorenzo, Rossi and Vinales started way back down the grid because of some dodgy conditions on the Saturday, whilst Marquez was in pole position with Cal Crutchlow and Paul Espargaro alongside him. So you might be wondering, what kind of race were we set to expect? Well, all I can tell you was it was a typical Phillip Island one.
Welcome to Australia. It's round 16 of the MotoGP World Championship. Now it's MotoGP.
Cal Crutchlow got away very well from the middle of that front row of the grid. Paul Espargaro, though, will get the whole shot. What a start from third place by the Monster Yamaha Tech 3. Crutchlow's back in fourth place with the late Espargaro now up in a third.
Paul Espargaro leads the way. Marquez closes up on him.
Marquez leads, though, at turn 4. Crutchlow's ever so close. Is he close enough to attack?
Espargaro on his tail as well. He's got up the inside Crutchlow. Cal Crutchlow moved into second place. They come down the garden straight into the two-in corner. And can Espargaro get through as well?
Espargaro's gone into second place, using the slipstream perfectly. Crutchlow up in a second.
Yeah, Cal Crutchlow gets up the inside of Espargaro. Here comes Rossi on the brakes, and he's got through onto Vizioso. Rossi in the slipstream of the Suzuki, side by side. Rossi moves in the front of Espargaro into third place.
Oh, Marquez has crashed out of the Grand Prix.
Here comes Vizioso. The Ducati just purrs past the Suzuki.
The top speed of the Ducati is unbelievable. Here they go, then Espargaro through again at turn number 4. Vinales safely through at turn number 10. That's nice by Vinales. He's now up in the 4th.
Espargaro's gone. Cal Crutchlow wins here in Australia.
Second place will go to Valentino Rossi. A brilliant charge through from 15th on the grid for the Italian. Maverick Vinales takes the final podium spot.
I knew coming here that I had a good chance of winning. Honestly, I knew that. I said last week when somebody said to me, "What's your target? What do you think for next week?" I said, "I want to win, and I believe we can." So, even with Marc crashing, I believe that I could have caught him. The last 20 laps or whatever it was a disaster because I knew the front tyre was really critical. I wanted to push to keep the heat into it, but then I had a big gap. Honestly, I know it sounds strange. I pushed on the laps when the sun wasn't out because I knew I needed to keep heating that front tyre. But when the sun was out, I eased off a little bit. You know, I didn't take too many risks. It sounds a stupid thing, but this is Phillip Island, and I've seen, you know, over the years, I don't know how many crashes I've seen there. 200. You know, it's just a critical corner when it's our bikes are so stiff, our front tyres are so stiff. But I think we did the right thing to choose a hard front tyre.
I know that I can do. I have just to stay concentrate, ride well, and make step by step. Don't make any mistake. So I start and I do like this, and every lap I feel very comfortable. And you know, I think that the first 10 laps are good also to see another time. When I saw Marquez crash, I think that I can win. Because my feeling is that I can arrive to Cal, but Cal was too fast in the second half of the race, and he beat me. At the end, I think that also if I start on the front row with Cal, I cannot beat him because he was too fast for me. So I think that is good. Starting from 15, we enjoy more. No, it's a joke.
I think we were really strong at the end of the race. If I didn't fight with Dovizioso and Aleix, maybe I could catch Valentino. Anyway, I'm happy like this. You know, I take so much points to Lorenzo, and we're gonna try to do it again in Malaysia. I just taking care in sector 2, you know, corner 4, corner 10, but it was the best decision. 6 laps to go, I did 29. I think it was a really competitive lap time for that moment. So if we started in the front, I think we could fight with Cal. Anyway, congratulations to him that he did an incredible race.
I was riding well, really good, but on that break point I brake a little bit hard, and was something that I already feel, but I tried to keep inside the line, tight line, and yeah, I lose the front. Of course, disappointed because I would like to finish minimum on the podium, but okay, in the end, you know, when we have these kind of situations, I think about the championship and it's already done.
So congratulations to Cal Crutchlow for his second ever MotoGP win, and of course the other podium sitters. Now with Lorenzo finishing down in 6th place, that now means the gap between Rossi and Lorenzo in the fight for 2nd place is 24 points, with 50 still up for grabs in the final 2 races. Now on to Moto3, and if we're honest, it wasn't really the kind of race weekend you would have wanted, with far too many crashes out there. The first race was red flagged after an incident involving John McPhee and Ania Bastianini, and it was then restarted for a 10-lap sprint. Though 10 riders didn't make the grid, either because of injury or because they didn't make it back to the pits from race 1. Once the race did get underway, it was a dominant affair from the world champion Brad Binder, who stayed in control from start to finish, whilst in 2nd place it was Italian Andrea Locatelli, who had his best ever ride in Moto3, finishing a lonely 2nd. The fight for 3rd was, however, the most thrilling, as Brad Binder's younger brother Darren and Spanish rookie Aaron Canet took the race down to the final few metres, with Canet making the best of the slipstream to take his first ever Moto3 podium. Moving on to Moto2, and all eyes were on the championship battle between Johan Zarco and Alex Rins, and of course whether pole sitter Tom Luthi would get involved. Luthi got the best start, while Sam Lowe's and Zarco both dropped back. Franco Morbidelli, he was strong from the off, as was Mattia Passini, who had started on the front row. Lowe's was an unfortunate crasher early on, though the biggest drama was when Rins crashed out in turn 2, throwing away vital championship points. Morbidelli continued to stalk Luthi as Sandro Cortese got involved in the podium battle late on. Passini was another crasher in turn 4, leaving the fight to just the top 3. And it was Morbidelli who was looking strongest and appeared to have won the race with a last lap move on Luthi, though Luthi kept the throttle open in the slipstream to take his first ever consecutive win. Cortese finished in 3rd, whilst championship leader Zarco had an off day, finishing down in 12th. So from the cool breeze of a picturesque Phillip Island, we now move on to the hot and humid Sepang in a week's time to see battle commence once more, and of course to see a Moto2 championship be fought out. See you then.